All right, so now I'm going to make up for my mistake. Okay. Match number 6, Excel Wizards and YoungSung.
Yes.
All right, this is the match.
This
right?
is the banger.
I want to point fingers, but probably can't because it's probably my fault. Sorry. Not really, though, because we still get to watch the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Don't apologize for anything.
Excel Wizards and YoungSung, still old legend. I mean, I can't really use that as a storyline because everybody that's competing right now has been competing for a long time, save a couple of extra people.
Yes, I think the very cool thing about this match is that YoungSung and Excel Wizards, they kind of split from one team. They were unsung, and then Jeter, of course, splitting off into YoungSung. Jeter and Niwa used to be teammates for a very long time. They were kind of this close-knit group with Chalt, and to see them kind of split into 3 different teams is very interesting. And, it kind of like wrenches on my heart a little bit, but it's also very exciting to see Jeter play against Niwa because I kind of like identified these two as part of the same team. So to see them play against each other is going to be very exciting.
And I think we're going to see some creative picks. So let's get right into the ban phase. What's wrong with me? Right into the draft phase. Remember, there are no bans and champions.
No bans.
Just bans and maps. They're trying to figure out what map they're going to play. But we're going to immediately see the older Esmo. Older on YoungSung. We're looking for Jeter again.
Yes, yeah, I think it's going to be Jeter. But I really like this older pick because what it does is it opens up a little bit of area of an unknown for Excel Wizards. Yeah. They're like, well, they could bring out that double support comp, so we have to be concerned about that. And it kind of leaves this air of like unsureness on the enemy team, and that's a very nice thing that when you can do that.
And Esmo, I think, being a safe pick for your first one. It doesn't reveal a whole lot.
I think you just pick Esmo because it's DeWizzle's best character. I think that's what Excel Wizards is thinking about, bringing the Esmo pick first. It's the character that's least likely to change. Same with the Freya. Another very common pick for Skywind. And we see the Ulrich, so YoungSung bringing it to the table, the double support. They're trying to make this meta.
So what is it we think they're hiding? That's the thing.
I really, really like the Bako, and I know for a fact from playing against it that Rare Peep also has a disgusting Raygon. I've been run over by his Raygon. That dude's nuts. So 2 very common picks that could fill in this role, but I like the Bako more. It's actually the Croak.
I was gonna say it. I wonder if we're gonna break out a Croak because I know Rare Peep and Jeter both can pull it off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Both players can play it. Like we talked about earlier, YoungSung's so versatile. Yeah. But Croak, he did see a couple buffs like a patch or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. He has an ability that when he comes out of stealth, he takes 30% less damage. But with this comp, I'm not even sure he's gonna bother taking it. Croak's responsibility in this comp is simply to set up combos off of Quicksand with Older, and with the double healer, I'm not sure he's even going to need that damage reduction, though I wouldn't be too surprised if he still did take it.
And even just alone having the cloak that he has, he can just go in, split things up. Just when you hear the of Croak going invisible, everybody has to start moving.
You got to hold A. You got to run back.
Yeah, just run. Yeah. Just go away as far as you can from where you think that Croak is because that incapacitate is going to be so debilitating.
Yep.
Your team is going to get punished no matter how you go. But I think an Ulrich's really going to help with that. We have the Ulrich with his EXQ being able to put that burst, heal, shield on everybody. Right. 20 heal, 20 shield is pretty nasty. Esmo can kind of jump around. He's got his shield as well. Freya with a counter and iframe. I think Croak's actually going to have a really tough time in this.
Yeah. We'll see how he does. I think it's not going to be all that easy. But, I really do like the comp they're running it with. In the past, when I've seen the Croak pick for Rare Peep, it seems a lot of the time like he gets caught out in no man's land. Mm-hmm. Like he doesn't have a way to get back with his team. But because of the nature of this Ulrich pick, he's always going to have an ally near him. So I'm really excited to see how this goes.
All right, so we're going to be getting into this match any second now. We've still got about a minute when they get to sit, pick their battle rights, decipher exactly what their playstyles are going to be and what they're going to be up against. Rare Peep on the Croak.
Rare Peep.
I wonder if it hurts Jeter to not play Croak.
I think at this point he's kind of like, hey guys, look at me, I'm not a one-trick.
I guess that's true.
We all made fun of him for so long for being a one-trick on Croak, and now the dude can play pretty much any character. It's very, very cool for me as somebody who would consider himself a friend of Jeter to see him develop as a player. Incredibly strong player, and he looked good on the Older earlier. I'm excited to see it here again.
You can also see him rocking that Battlerite Pro League skin on Older.
Swag.
Haven't been able to see a whole lot of those as they were just released the other day. Ulrich on Ulrich. Ninjas again with the melee support. I'm sure he was pretty happy because he had nearly mastered Sirius.
Yeah, I mean, Ninjas likes to go in. And at heart, I think Ninjas is more of a DPS player than a support. A lot of times you'll hear people say that YoungSung, one of the complaints people make about YoungSung is that they don't have a support player, they have a serious player. Yeah. Because Ninjas is really good at those aggressive characters that goes in and does damage, so the Ulrich seems like a natural fit for him.
So Skywind on Freya, looking to try and put pressure on the backline, which is really just going to be Jeter at this point, because Rare Peep's going to be hopping around and invisible for a lot of the time. So see what kind of value the Croak can feel. That's the one I'm looking to see.
Ooh, nice M2 there from DeWizzle getting the Croak off him. But on the other side, Skywind just getting eviscerated. This is not how you want to start if you're the Freya.
No, the call out on knowing that the counter wasn't there. It let Rare Peep just kind of come in and blindly go for that stun on the invis. He's leaping around, not finding a lot. The incapacitate on their support, they've got nothing, which means Freya needs to be super careful. And YoungSung secure the orb.
I really like the way they're playing about this orb. A nice in cap from the Croak made sure the blue team was able to secure the orb, and now this HP advantage is absolutely massive. Skywind's on next to nothing here. The older ultimate going to come out here. He's going to try to find Dwizzle, and he does. He actually catches the Ulrich on the other side too, and the damage coming out onto Dwizzle is massive. Where'd he go, Carpet?
Just when Excel Wizards thought they had it, the incapacitate, trying to line up with the Ulrich, we see the older ultimate countering it entirely. Freya's going to be the next to go down, dropping a full ultimate, but Ulrich does not have the damage to deal with this 1v3. Talk about a turnaround when it looked like you were about to take damage.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it when we were getting into the game that people complained about YoungSung for not having a healer player. Jeter's really filling in this role now. A beautiful older ultimate secured a kill onto Dwizzle, and he's just playing so well. Jeter pulling the MVP that time, and YoungSung is firing on all cylinders.
I feel like Croak at this point is almost just an extension of whatever's being told, and it's super cool. Rare Peep, he just goes in the back line, and he's just kind of doing his stuff, messing things up, taking the 1v1s, and the moment somebody can call, hey, this person, you can go for him, he's just going to turn and walk at them. Get the incapacitate. And if no one calls it, he's going to go for Ulrich, because you might as well uncap their support so they have nothing. But when he turned around and came back to Freya and just gave her a good smack, it's when they got that huge chunk of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And things starting off a little bit better this round for Skywind. But as I say that, the Ulrich of red starts to get chunked down pretty hard. Niwa not too happy about this.
The Deceit, it will find something. Everyone grouping up, and look at the damage right now with Ulrich. He flicks around, does lift Croak, so Niwa won't take a lot of damage, but they don't get the orb.
Another one of the powers of the older. He's able to use that EX bubble and get the orb. He now drops the ultimate, and Niwa goes down up top. He finds a nice stun onto Dwizzle too, and my god.
Oh my god!
Where'd he go?
He just got erased. He has almost nothing left. Doing the ultimate as a last ditch, but Ulrich will take him down with Divinity. Skywind gets lifted. He has an ult, but he's going to stand there and accept his fate. YoungSung are walking all over Excel Wizards.
Man, you and I talk about it. We talk about what makes rounds exciting, and YoungSung is making this game exciting. These big combos and this huge dump of damage off of beautiful team coordination for YoungSung is so much fun to watch, and seeing these guys play together truly shows how close of friends they are and what a strong team they are, simply because they communicate so well and they always seem like they're on the same target. Like, it sounds super cheesy, but you can see these guys' friendship through their play.
Yeah, so Excel Wizards right now wanting to try and figure out what it takes to pierce through this YoungSung group. You're going to have Rare Peep constantly pushing on the back line of Esmo. Dwizzle and Niwa need to deal with him, but now they've actually kept him at bay. This might help out. Skywind can front that line. He's still got his counter waiting for it, but
oh my god.
Look at the chain stuns!
Beautiful stun here, and Skywind once again down to less than half HP. However, blue team does not have the Chrono Flux up for the orb, and Excel Wizards gets it as a result, getting them a little bit of space, but they're still so far behind.
Freya staying alive, but hasn't built up a lot of shields. Is running low on energy as well. Can't spam too much. The lift onto Croak, but Rare Peep literally has full health.
Yeah, the Croak, the initiator, sitting on full HP is not a good look for Excel Wizards, Carpet.
The Deceit sneaking around the corner, just getting the hitbox, following it up on all the damage.
They're so good!
Freya gets melted down! Unbelievable plays right now from YoungSung. You said it, man. These combos.
They're so good, dude. And they're going to follow it up. They try to find the older stun, but it's not going to land. But now in this 3v2, they're falling so far behind. Man, this is absolutely insane. I'm so, like, it's so cool, the things that YoungSung is doing right now. We saw the Croak stun. That is not a very long duration stun, maybe about 1 second, 1.5. I forget the exact number. But the beautiful follow-up from Ninjas, the swing of his M1 timed perfectly with the ending of the Croak stun. So the chain stun was there, and they just pumped out all that damage and were able to find the kill onto the target they were going on. The coordination of this team is just so good.
The beautiful sound, the bells of death of all the stun chains, the
Ding,
bing, ding, ding, ding,
yeah.
all the stuns in the session. It is so fun to watch this team, and it's easy to watch and see how beautiful it is, but the timing on this, every ability has a cast time. Remember that, everybody. None of this is instantaneous, so they need to time this with absolute precision.
Things looking pretty good for the blue team here is once again Skywind getting caught out, not able to farm up those shields like you mentioned in the middle of the last round, and he's already getting so low, Carpet.
I still think Freya's going to have a really, really difficult time just locking down anything on this team composition. Red team will secure an orb, though. Dwizzle has an ultimate. Niwa almost has it. Maybe we can see an in-cap combo into an ult.
Ooh,
no forcing.
The Freya ultimate going to come out on the in-cap target. Really nice play there from Skywind and co. But the older ultimate is going to be the return onto Dwizzle. He is able to finally make it out on the Ulrich, but things are still getting so dicey. Skywind might be the return kill, though, as he's all alone in no man's land. He overcommitted. Skywind going too far in for the kill, getting too greedy, and he's going to go down.
We're going to see if Ninjas can stay alive for the rest of this.
Oh, the dashes!
He has such little health.
Oh man, the Aegis throw coming out from Niwa, but it's not going to land, and blue team's able to get the orb. It's looking like they're going to be able to stabilize and take this round. My god, Ninjas was so close to dying for so long.
That was so close. Somehow he stays alive, and now it's going to look like Niwa won't have enough. He'll go down, followed by the stun. The ult combo from Excel Wizard there was massive.
It was so good, man.
So the first one that we saw from Excel Wizards was the ultimate from Esmo, forced all mobility. Then we see an ultimate from Ulrich, then we see an ultimate from Freya.
Yep.
I would almost like to see it kind of maybe the in-cap from Ulrich first, followed by the ultimate from Esmo potentially, because that is some serious damage, but then you're not going to see as much from the Freya. I guess it really doesn't matter in the long run.
Yeah.
Same damage output, maybe save 5 damage or so.
But even with that massive combo, a very hard combo to pull off, YoungSung is still able to take it. Ninja is so mobile. I believe he dashed 3 times to stay alive with that Ulrich.
Yeah, I think honestly they're probably right though, because doing the shield first, which is where your CC is, it's going to be easier to dodge as he shouts that. So you want to make sure you land the Ulrich ultimate.
Ooh, speaking of Ulrichs, Ninja's not having a good time to start this round off. Skywind getting a very favorable trade. The in-cap comes out here from the Croak, but they have to give so much attention to the Ulrich. They now turn onto the other two. Dwizzle gets chunked kind of hard.
Ninja's really knowing how to get pure value out of the reset on his M1. Ulrich getting a stun, trying to stay alive there in the bottom. Ninja just doesn't want to lose too much more max health. He's already in a dangerous spot.
Ooh, the Aegis being thrown out from Niwa. It's going to land into a nice combo, but no! Dwizzle, he pulls him out of the Freya ultimate. Skywind not happy about that one. A little bit unfortunate. Now Dwizzle getting so low. He is being healed up by the Ulrich, but this HP disadvantage is so massive as Dwizzle only has 28 HP.
That is so devastating to watch. They could have had so much max health, potentially even a kill to follow suit. Right now we see Ninjas looking close to getting an ultimate. Esmo, Dwizzle looking really low. He's going to have to play pretty safe, and now he sees a Rare Peep coming down on him. Ulrich sticking with his team.
Ooh, a nice hit from Niwa's Empowered M1 gets a stun on the Invis Croak, and Excel Wizard secures the orb because of it. Now up 3 orbs to 0, but the HP pool is still even. The Aegis throw coming out from Ninjas, and up top he's trying to find the kill on Dwizzle. He's getting so close, and now the return. Oh, but a beautiful older ultimate is going to help Ninjas dodge that Aegis, but the Freya ultimate, this one will land.
Alive!
Oh my gosh, the healing coming out from his allies. Ninjas is not going to fall just yet. That's absolutely insane, and they get the orb.
The double support, you can see it showing right now. If Ninjas can't heal and Jeter has charges, he will support. Is Dwizzle going down? No, he gets support from his Ulrich. This space to shield favors up.
This is so dicey here. Both Ulrichs getting pretty low. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Only Ninja's low. On the other side, Dwizzle getting pretty low. This orb is really important, and the blue team's able to get it. They've got the last 2 in the row carpet.
Everyone is so low right now, though. Anyone can get turned and boosted. There's the bursted. There's the deceit, incapacitate on the stun.
Oh, nothing too big off of that one, but they do find a lot of damage on the Skywind. The counter's going to give him so many shields. The ultimate going to come out, but the Freya ultimate's the answer. Everybody press F. Everybody press F. But it's looking like it's going to be okay for Blue as they almost find the kill on Dwizzle. Red team does get the orb. Actually, Blue gets that orb.
Snagged it,
wow.
Yeah. There it is. Esmo finally goes down. Rare Peep finally was able to stick to him. There's the incapacity, which means Freya has no support right now. The burst damage onto Ulrich. Niwa struggling to stay alive, but will we see a kill here? Freya just can't get him.
She's getting so close, but she finally goes down. My god, the Croak ultimate is now going to be there. It's going to be dodged by the Ulrich space, but now left with no ally.
He got it with the blind.
He did get, that's true, he got the orb, but still, this is so incredibly hard. The time bomb ticking him down, and now the frog leap going to get the kill. And YoungSung, not only did they take down Space Station Gaming 5-3, but they sweep Excel Wizards.
Excel Wizards started to slowly come back. We saw how long that last round lasted. It was so close at every given point. Everyone was single burst away from dying. You can see the damage there. That time, Rare Peep pulling ahead of Jeter. Good to see Older not being the top of the damage board that time. But on the counter side, Dwizzle still pumping out damage. Skywind, I think, really struggled to do what Skywind wants to do, which is play Freya.
Yes.
I think it was really tough for him to do Freya, mostly because a lot of it, I think, because the team composition is just not a great team comp for Freya to go into. But, I don't know, it's tough. Like, the skill balance, the way the team comps balanced out, and how they were playing.
I think the Freya nerfs are starting to add up, so she's a little less forgiving than she was before.
Yeah.
And also, YoungSung, they just play so coordinated. If you don't hit the Freya's counter, and when she uses her iframes and you immediately turn on her and coordinate your damage together, she won't have very many shields in that instance, and we saw it there. She was caught without shields a couple times and just got melted.
As a matter of fact, we can watch exactly one of those moments when Freya got melted, the moment she was caught out with nothing. This is when we were sneaking around the wall to catch Freya off guard.
Oh, man, this is so cool. I really love watching this play from Rare Peep as he dodges around the corner very subtly and gets the end cap. And then Ninjas, he comes up with that empowered M1. It times it perfectly.
He gets both
Such
stunts.
a perfect timing, and he finds the kill. These guys are playing hot, man. They're so good.
And just to talk a little bit about when Croak goes invisible, or when anybody goes invisible, there's a little eye above your head when they get close.
Yes.
Unless they're behind a wall. Because even if they weren't invis, you wouldn't see them. So it gives you it would give you too much information. So all of a sudden, when he popped around that corner, a red eye popped above his head. He couldn't react, got the incapacitate, stun, followed by a Ninja walked on up to make sure he got that first one so we can get the space reset for the second one.
Yeah.
Such good plays from them.
Yeah, absolutely impeccable play.